Don't ever doubt yourself and say this stuff's not real. Go look at it for yourself and build something to make this happen, because it is. It's 1 year, 6 steps, and $50 to $76,000. Now it is part 2 of this video. Strategy 1, I showed you how you can add your profits inside of your trades. Now I'm going to show you a different strategy where you can actually up your leverage. And every time you up your leverage, you can have your stop loss above your entry so you don't have any risk. But in order to get past step 1 of this, remember you need to know the basics. You need to know how these patterns work and how to buy breakouts. Very important. And this you're going to get in Sniper School. Cohort 7 is happening in 3 weeks. And remember guys, you can get Sniper School for free right now. If you click the registration button, you follow the 3 basic steps, you get it for free. Now guys, this might change and possibly is going to change after this cohort. So spots are running out, and this is your final chance to possibly get Sniper School for free. But now, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. It's time to get into one of my biggest masterpieces, essentially. So guys, now it is time for part 2. So part 1, I showed you that you can use your profits to add inside of your trade. And ultimately your last trade, all of those times you added in your profits gives you your end result. And you saw this could be up to a 7x. Now I want to show you the other side. And the way the other side works is basically you can up your leverage and not add in your profits. Okay, so if you go here to your exchange, what you could see over here is you can basically change your leverage. If you're on a 1x, it means you're not borrowing any money. You're just using your cash. And this is where we're going to start. Doesn't that sound great? Let's start off with low risk, right? Let's not go crazy and just put a lot of leverage. Let's start off with 1x and let's show you this powerful strategy. Now we jump back over here and let's say we start off with $50 on a 1x. What does that mean? It means you are playing with $50. What happened? We saw price go down. You know it's either going to be a continuation or it's going to be a reversal. And if we break the top, it's a reversal. What does that mean? It means take the trade. That's where you start your trade. After that, continuations is where you're going to add. Same method, same strategy. The only difference this time is every time you pass a continuation pattern, you're going to up your leverage. And what you're doing is you're doing the double mechanism. So remember when I showed you in school, I showed you this area over here, where in order to get to your goal a lot quicker, you just got to double. You got to break your goal into pieces and be like step 1, step 2, step 3. So if you go 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, you're at 25,000 very quickly. Now we're going to do this the same thing when it comes to the charts. So what I want to show you here is 1x, we would have entered on the breakouts. And this little green line over here is the area of where my entry price would be. So you'll see whenever you're in crypto and you enter, it will show you over here my entry price. Show you my entry price and it will show you your actual value of your position. And then it will show you is the amount of leverage you are using too. Okay, right now I'm degening, market's going crazy. I believe Dogecoin's going to do incredible. So I'm busy building a position here as I made money on Solana. Now I'm moving my profits and I'm starting to build this position. Okay, so what you want to focus on your exchange is the amount size, the position size, and your leverage. Now you guys have started off with 1x, okay? So going back over here, there's your entry price. All of a sudden, price goes up and it forms a continuation pattern and it breaks out. So what do? You go back to your exchange and what you do is you go to your leverage and you go 2. So it was on 1, now you go 2 and you say confirm. What it's going to do is it's going to give you an available amount. It's now going to give you money that you never had because now you're starting to borrow. Okay. Now the power of this is the reason why you want to, or you're able to borrow is because you're already in profits. So you're in profits and you have your stop loss at entry. So you have minimal risk. So when we break out here, what does it mean? It means we're going to continue. We're going to go to the next push to the upside and we're going to form another pattern. Okay. So what you want to do is the same way we would use profits before, you're just going to up your leverage and use the exchange's money. So therefore, you're not adding in your money, but you're adding in the exchange's money that's been borrowed to you. So on this break over here, you're going to go 50 on a 2x. All of a sudden, your position size, this size over here that I was speaking about, doubles, which means now you're playing with 2 times the amount that you actually had. Then we go back over here, price goes up, starts to form a trend, and we break it. This is where you start doubling your leverage. Now guys, I want to make this very clear. I'm going to show you the power of the strategy where you can up your leverage and you can use leverage to work with you. I go very high within leverage here because I just want you to understand the power of what you're able to do. But after this, I'm going to combine the 2 strategies together, the profits and the leverage, and we're going to cap the amount of leverage because you don't want to become the savage, greedy person that just never stops it. And then you get 1 wick at the bottom and all your hard work, you basically stop out at entry. So you have to cap it. Very important to control your greed when it comes to a bull market. Super important. So let me show you the power of this. We broke out here. I would double my leverage and I would enter in my position. Remember, every time I'm entering, my entry price is going up. So every time I'm passing a level, I want my entry price to stay below the trend that just broke out. And my stop loss is either at it or just above it. Then as this one breaks, I move it. There we go to the low. Then a test forms another flag, breaks out. What do? I now go back to my exchange and I make 4 to 8. And once it's at 8, now my position size is at 400. Then price goes up, forms another continuation. I double it. I take my leverage from 8 to 16. All of a sudden my position's 800. Every time I'm doing this, I am using money to be added in and my entry price is going up just under the lows. And then you can see over here, why you want to do this is as you get a pump and you get a flag, you're adding until you get the blow off top. So what you'll see with a lot of coins is they will slowly grind up and then they'll just pop. You'll see it on many tokens, especially within bull markets. So my goal is to build until I get the pop. So ultimately each one that I pass, what I'll end up with is my $50 on a 48x, meaning my position size. It was 50. Now it's $2,400. And guess what? My entry price is still only over here with a stop loss above it. Then the blow off happens, where this starts to blow up, ends up getting 25%. I break a trend, my RSI is at the top, and I decide to take profits. I will make 25% on $2,400 position, meaning I make $600, which is 1,400% on my $50. Now I'm sitting at 600. Crazy, right? So this is very powerful skill. But for me, I don't like going so high in leverage and I don't like teaching going too high in leverage. I'm showing the power of it, but I would cap it. So I would probably cap around 10x is my absolute max, maybe 12, maybe 14 if you really have a good gap from your entry. So just be aware of this, guys. It is a trap. So they're going to try and make you build it as much as you want. And if you get too greedy, it's going to catch you out. So just be aware that you're able to borrow money, guys, and be grateful for that. And don't put too much greed into it. Otherwise, this game is really good at rinsing out those that just come here for the money. Learn to play the game really nicely. Now I want to show you the power of both and why I'm saying that you can have $100,000 in your account. I don't care. I want to start with a 50. And I want you to understand that if we go into bull market now, you're going to use this strategy, but you're going to use it on the daily chart. And on the daily chart, it means you're only probably adding a trade in every 3 weeks, but you're doing this over a few months. Let me show you this. Incredible. Okay, let's start off with the exact same strategy. The only difference this time is we're adding in the leverage and we're adding in your profits. So your profits, as your trade goes into profit, when it passes step 1 to step 2, you're putting in your profits as it breaks the trend. Then after that, you're upping your leverage to 2 and you're adding in. The goal is to always keep your stop loss above your entry. And maybe 1 or 2 times you get stopped out trying to build this. The main thing is when you get it right, it all pays out. And that's the thing. You can have 3 times where you got stopped and it never worked, but the one you get right is the one that changes your whole journey. Okay, so I want to show you over here. Let's start off on the daily chart. What did I want to see first? Reversal pattern. There we go. There's the high over there. Can be continuation. Is it reversal? It breaks the top. It's a reversal. Enter your trade. Put your stop loss below. Now you're entering your trade on a 50 times 1. No leverage. No leverage at all. What happens then? It goes up 63%. This is a bull market, by the way. This is what's still coming. So get excited. 63%. I add that into my trade. Okay? All of a sudden, now if I see my step 2, my $50 just did 63%, which is $26 profit. Cool? I take that now and I add it to my trade. Now it's $76. Then I go and I change it to my 2x. So all of a sudden, if you have a look here, my entry price would have been in these areas here. Now I add it in and my entry price goes here. Fantastic. And I've up. So ultimately, what did I do? I used my profits and then I up my leverage. All of a sudden, I'm on $152 size account already. Then what happens? We break out. We make another continuation pattern. What happens before that? We do 51%. So I take my 51%, which is $77 on my 152. There's it in my trade there now. I'm on 229, and that I put on a 4x. So I up my leverage. All of a sudden, what happens? I buy it in. This comes up here. Now my position size is $900. Look at this. Boom, baby. This thing starts to rocket to the upside. 180%. What does it do after that? It forms a flag. So this was a 200% pump, but where we broke out again to here is 180%. So I only focus on the gains on where we break out again. Otherwise, you wouldn't have known, but you know on a breakout. So all of a sudden what happens, we get 180%. So on my $916 size, I make $1,650. Now all of a sudden my position size is $2,564. Okay, and then what that creates is now I put it on an 8x, so my doubling. Now this double is going to get to a stop now. We're going to start slowing this down a lot, okay? But let me show you how this works now. Now all of a sudden I got $2,500 on an 8x, giving me a $20,000 position. Started off with $50, guys. Now remember what I explained, just jumping back. This is why you join Sniper School. Because what I teach you in crypto, in life, doesn't matter what you are doing. Everything starts off like this. Where you have your steps. The first one is the biggest, baby. It's this one over here. Biggest. Second one, little bit smaller, little bit smaller, little bit smaller, until eventually it becomes a slope where the stuff's just flowing through. They say the rich get richer. No, the steps get smaller. You get smarter. You get better. And that's how it works over here. So all of a sudden by step number 4, you can sit here and you can see, whoa, all of a sudden my account size is $20,000. Now I'm starting to play with some real money that can possibly change my life. And this happened to me, guys. I speak from so much emotion because I saw this happen in front of my eyes. I saw how this built and how it happened. I want you to take time on these strategies and to really focus into it. But don't ever doubt yourself and say this stuff's not real. Go look at it for yourself and build something to make this happen, because it is. You have coins that are doing thousands of percent every single bull market. Use it to your advantage. And again, leverage may not be here in a year. Don't go put your whole account in here. It's high risk, yes. $50. Get smart at the game. You get smart at this, let me show you what happens. So you got $20,000 now. Price goes up. After that, it does 63%. Your 63% now, you start to add in, right? You start to now add that 63, which means you're $13,000 in profit. So it means your total amount of money already is $33,000. That's how much you've made. Okay, we break the flag to the upside. All of a sudden we pump. So what do? I take my 33 and I cap my leverage. I cap it at 10x and I don't go above it because I don't need to at all. I don't need more. This is more than it. You tell me now if you put $50 in and it turns to this, you tell me you're not grateful. If you're not grateful, this game's not for you. Go gamble. Go to the casino. And I'm being very serious. Be grateful, guys. Be grateful that you can make money on this stuff. And look at this. Now you'll be sitting with a $33,000 account. You put it on a 10x. Now you're playing with $333,000. Good, right? What breaks? After that, what happens? 130%. All of a sudden now, the 130% of the $33,000 gives you $43,000. You're now sitting on $76,000. And then I stopped the strategy. I never continued it. You can go work out what the rest is. And that's what I'm trying to show you. Look here. And end of the day, you're going to say, oh, but Sheldon, how do I know when to take profit on that stuff? RSI. Go do school. School gives you moving averages, gives you RSIs, gives you trend lines, gives you horizontals. It gives you 20 reasons on what will tell you when to sell that final run, wherever it may be. I stopped at 76,000 because when I was working out and I was busy building the stuff, I'm like, I'm not even thinking above this. I'm very happy with that. I'm grateful for that. Just working it out alone. Guys, and I've seen this play out many times. So you see what you did. You started off with no risk. Okay, yes, there's risk on your spot, but no leverage. 1x. As the gain started to make, remember, because it's moving 50%, even though you're adding in, your entry's still far, guys. It's still far from where price is. So you just keep running your stop loss above. And you start to build up. You cap your leverage. But now you're putting in your profits and your leverage. And therefore you start to understand how it starts to build. And now you're looking at 6 steps. 6 steps. Let me give time as well. Let's go look at the time frame. July 2020 to this final step over here. Not even the final step. To March. It's 1 year, 6 steps, and $50 to $76,000. I love you all. There's a big course coming. This is what the advanced leverage courses look like. This is what's coming to Sniper School. That's why start off with this. Start thinking a lot bigger than what you are. Stop thinking that you need a lot of money. Put a little bit of money in. Start to nail the skill. The understanding of what you're able to do while we still have these tools. Come join me in Sniper School. As I said, it is free now and it may not be. Something might shift because we rely a lot on trading revenue. And if there's no leverage in the future, ultimately we have to shift our strategies. So this may be your last cohort on this current system. So come and join me on this journey. Let me know in the comments below if you've enjoyed this content. Get excited for what courses are here to come. But if this market wakes up now and this bull market starts, have a plan. Have a plan, otherwise you're just throwing away money. You can literally be making a lot of it. You can see how this stuff pumps me up, guys, because I know this market can do it. I've seen it many times, and it excites me, and it even makes me emotional because you get to ride this roller coaster. I put blood, sweat, and tears into the school, into this whole journey, into everything, because I believe that there may even be a few of you, but someone's gonna get this right. And when you get this right, it's gonna change everything. Remember, the first strategy I showed you, you can use your profits to build trades inside of trades. Don't get too greedy, but you can start building within and it creates the better result, right? Then you have the step 2, or the second strategy, where you can up the leverage. Okay, always keep your stop loss above your entry and write it up and cap the leverage. Don't allow it to run too far. 10x is my max. Then you have the third one, which is the combination of both. This I would use on daily and weekly. I would use this on higher time frames and I'd probably build it over a year. It's not gonna happen. You can't use that strategy in a week. It's gonna get really tough. You're gonna get stopped out and things like that. On the daily time frames and the weekly, you can do this over a few months. And if you're happy with turning $50 into $70,000 in the next year, you know, by the time you get to that size account, you don't even ever need leverage again. You can just go put that in spot and you go make a lot. So it's just understanding the power of, you can start thinking outside of the box and start building trades within trades. This is where the power comes, is the understanding of money, borrowing money and using it to your advantage, minimizing risk and following that up. If you enjoyed this, smash a like, smash the subscribe button, go below, smash the registration button for school and come join me for cohort 7. I'm pumped, I'm excited there's still a bull market and I'm just so grateful that you get to experience this.